All right, and we're back. What is up, guys? I have been very busy. I moved into my own apartment recently, so just been adjusting to how life's been up here. I'm very fortunate to now live right across the street from the gym that I go to, Spider Strength. So I've just been enjoying training and getting into a new nutrition plan with my new nutrition coach, John Heck. Who is a hell of an athlete, a ton of experience in his resume. So I'm excited to see where we can take things. I'm on about week 3 or 4 right now of that diet. I've been eating pretty consistently, been losing a little bit of weight. So my performance has been going great. Just been having fun recently, so let's get after it. On the menu today, we have some Axel overhead press. I signed up for a show that's happening in a couple weeks at the beginning of May. So I'm very excited. The first event is going to be a max axle clean and press. Aiming for my first ever body weight or more overhead. So as of right now, it's about 255. I have pressed 260 for 2 before, but that was on a easier bar and I was over 260. So as anyone who does strength sports knows, a little bit of body weight helps with the overhead press just because it makes your body feel a little bit stronger, makes things a little bit easier when it comes to range of motion and such. So yeah, let's put the pieces together. Tonight, I'm hoping for 225 for a bunch of singles. I'm only doing singles because I'm in the last couple weeks. But 225 for a few singles would put me pretty solid on the way to my goal of the 255 or more. And so 225 to 235 would be great for today. One of the things that I've been for sure missing out on up until this point is pre-workout and intra-workout nutrition and hydration especially. So that's one of the things that I'm learning in this current nutrition plan that I have going, is to drink some electrolytes beforehand to make sure that I'm hydrated, my muscles can be used to their full effectiveness, and there's less risk of injury because your muscles are working the way they're supposed to be. So for me, this is just some sodium and potassium, so some salt and some potassium chloride in this with a liquid IV pouch for some flavor. Just making sure that my electrolytes are replenished before I go into workout. And then during my workout, I drink an intra-workout shake with a intra-workout carb supplement so that I can stay fueled and have energy throughout the session to hopefully have my best performance possible. So let's get this down and then we'll head out the door. So yeah, I've got that done with. Forgot to mention, it's usually about 24 ounces of water with the liquid IV and the salt and the potassium mixed in, just to make sure that the proper ratio of liquid to electrolytes is there. You gotta let this settle for about 30 minutes before the workout, just to make sure that things are nice and settled so that if I go to brace with my belt on or off, just that it's not gonna be all congested in my stomach with all the food that I've eaten today and everything, to make sure the workout goes as good as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack up and head down to the gym. So some of my favorite warm-ups for overhead pressing is anything that activates your hips and your knees in a ballistic sense. So plyometric stuff like double leg jumps, doing some step-ups to make sure that the hip flexors are active and that your legs are all warmed up equally, are just really good ways to get a good connection on your dip and drive, which is what I struggle with. So like I said, I've just been doing step-ups and some single leg work along with some jumps just to get myself ready to go for my overhead pressing. Alrighty, so that is overhead pressing done. I hit my goal of the 225 overhead. Shoulders are feeling tight and feeling a little bit sore, but that's just because we're so far into competition prep. We're almost there, almost done. So shoulders are just gonna be a little bit sore for now. So yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to follow for more. I'm trying to upload here more often. I've just, like I said, been super busy. So hopefully amping up the upload schedule on here, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.